Good morning students. In previous class auxins are completed. Physical effects of auxins and different types of scientific proofs of auxins are also completed in previous class. Today we will discuss the gibberellins. Phytohormones are gibberellins. Phytohormones. The phytohormones are used in the plant growth and development. Different types of phytohormones are used in plant growth and development. And first, in last class already we said in the auxins of the plant hormones. The auxins are participate in different types of plant activities. And today we will discuss the gibberellins. Gibberellins are the one type of phytohormones. One type of phytohormones. The gibberellins are first identified in Japan. And they first identified the Kurosawa scientist. In Japan. Kurosawa scientist. The Kurosawa scientist first identified the disease, special type of disease in plants. This disease in plants, they identify the Buchaney disease in rice plants. Buchaney disease. Buchaney disease in rice plants. Buchaney disease in rice plants. In Japan, the Kurosawa scientists first identified a special type of disease in rice plants. The disease is Buchaney disease. That disease is called as Buchaney disease in rice plants. And this is also called as fooling seedling disease. Fooling seedling disease. Fooling seedling disease. This is also called as fooling seedling disease. Normally the rice plants are normally 2 to 3 feet high. Normally the rice plant's height is 2 to 3 feet high. In Buchaney disease rice plants very long. Rice plants are very long. For example, in 10 to 15 feet height. For example, 10 to 15 feet height. Normally the rice plant's height is very short. Rice plants are very short, 2 to 3 feet height rice plants. And normally in Buchaney disease plants, the rice plants are very long. Rice plants are very long. Equal height variki peruguntayi. Rice plants are very long, and this Buchaney disease is identified the Kurosawa scientist, and next he identified this disease is fungus disease. This disease is fungus disease. Fungus disease. Normal height lo undettu rice plants anni kuda emoutunayi, the rice plants height is very high, and the flowering and the fruiting was also delay. Flowering is also delay in plants. And this is a fungus disease. First identify this disease is fungus disease. This disease is fungus disease, and Gibberella fusicori. Gibberella fusicori fungus. Gibberella fusicori fungus causing Buchaney disease in rice plants. Gibberella fusicori fungus causing Buchaney disease in rice plants. These rice plants are very height, and the flowering also very late. And the internodes are also very long. And the Gibberella fusicori fungus causing Buchaney disease in rice plants. And the first identify the Japan. And next the Yuan, Yabuta and Hayashi. Yabuta and Hayashi. Yabuta and Hayashi. Yabuta and Hayashi scientists first isolate the gibberellin or gibberellic acid. First isolate the gibberellin. First isolate the gibberellin from Gibberella fujikurei fungi. Gibberella fujikurei fungi. The Yabuta and Hayashi scientists first isolate the gibberellin or gibberellic acid. Gibberellin or gibberellic acid from the Gibberellin fujikurei. From the Gibberellin fujikurei fungus. Gibberellin fujikurei fungus. And next the different types of scientists and explain the different types of gibberellins. The gibberellin first isolate from the Gibberellin fujikurei, and after that the gibberellins are also isolated from the higher plants also. Higher plants isolate from the higher plants. That means the gibberellic acid or gibberellins are also present in higher plants. Gibberellins are also present in higher plants and fungus. Higher plants and fungus. The mainly 50 to 100 gibberellins are also present in higher plants. Nearly 50 gibberellins. Nearly 50 gibberellins are also present in higher plants. Nearly 50 gibberellins are also present in the higher plants. And GA1, gibberellic acid 1, and GA3 to GA9, gibberellic acid 3 to gibberellic acid 3, 9 are present in higher plants. Higher plants. GA2, gibberellic acid 2 is present in fungus. Is present in fungus. GA1, gibberellic acid 1, and GO3 to 9. 3 to 9. 3 to 9 are present in higher plants. Only GO2, gibberellic acid 2 is present in fungus. And nearly 50 gibberellins are present in the higher plants. They are participate in plant growth and development. They are participate in plant growth and development. This is a normal introduction of gibberellins. Introduction of gibberellins. First identify the Japan. Japan first discovered the Kurosawa scientists. The Kurosawa scientists first observed the rice plants. Rice plants, height rice plants. This disease is called as Buchanay disease. Buchanay disease in rice plants. In Buchanay disease in rice plants, this disease is caused by the fungus Gibberellin, Gibberella fujikurei fungus causing rice disease. Thus, disease is called as Buchanay disease. And next, the Yabuta and Hayashi isolate the gibberellic acid from the Gibberella fujikurei. Gibberella fujikurei నుండి వీళ్ళు జిబ్బరెల్లిన్ అనే ప్రోడక్ట్ కెమికల్ ఉంటుందని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడం జరిగింది, ఐసోలేట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. And they are also isolated from the gibberellic acids from higher plants also. And that means the gibberellic acids are also present in fungus and higher plants. Fungus and higher plants. And the normally 50 gibberellic acids are present in, gibberellins are present in higher plants. GA2, gibberellic acid 2 is present in fungus. This is the introduction of the gibberellic acid. Introduction of the gibberellins. The gibberellins are normally participate in the plant growth and development. Next, we will see the physiological effects of gibberellins. Physiological effects of gibberellins. Physiological effects of gibberellins. In physiological effects of gibberellins, first one is effect of dwarf plants or dwarf mutants. Effect of dwarf plants or dwarf mutants. Effects of dwarf plants or dwarf mutants. Effect of dwarf plants or dwarf mutants means the normally in some plants are, for example, some plants are very short. Some plants are very short. The dwarf plants అంటాం మనం very short గా ఉండేటువంటి plants ని dwarf plants అంటాం. We dwarf plants, for example, this is a for example some type of plants are very short. In that type of plants, GA3, gibberellic acid 3 supply to the dwarf mutants. Automatically these plants are elongates. These plants are rapidly elongates. That means dwarf short plants ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో dwarf mutants or dwarf plants మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, dwarf plants అంటే వాటిలో ఏమవుతుంది మనకి phytohormones అనేవి తక్కువ ఉండడం వల్ల these plants are very short. Short plants are called as dwarf plants. ఈ dwarf plants కి మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, apply the gibberellic acids or gibberellins. The treated with gibberellins, after that these dwarf plants are automatically rapidly elongated. These plants are automatically rapidly elongated. The stem is rapidly elongated. And first one is, for example, this is a small plant, and the small plant, the gibberellic acids are provides the dwarf plants. Automatically the dwarf plant stem is rapidly elongated. And second one is bolting and flowering. Bolting and flowering. The bolting and flowering, the rapid stem elongates of rosette plant is called as bolting. Elongation of rosette plants is called as bolting. The rapid of the stem elongates. The rapidly elongated stem in rosette plants is called as the bolting. For example, in rosette plants, the rosette plants are very small plants. The nodes and internodes are very short. The nodes and internodes are very short. The very short nodes and internodes, and at this type of plants, the gibberellins provides the rosette plants. At the same time, the rosette plants are firstly elongated, and the internodes are also elongated. This type of process is called as bolting. And this is also in radish and cabbage. Example is radish and cabbage. For example, we will see the example of, for example, this is a cabbage, main axis, cabbage axis. The nodes and internodes are present. Nodes, this is one node. The nodes are very closely arranged, and the nodes develop the leaves. This is the main axis. Main axis consists of the nodes and internodes. The nodes are very short, very, the nodes are arranged very closely. At the same time, the zipper rings are provides to the cabbage, The main axis is automatically elongate. Main axis is automatically elongate, and the nodes are arranged. This is one node and this is one node. Automatically the cabbage size is also increase. Size is also very large. In this place, in this process, the axis consists of the nodes and internodes. The nodes are very closely arranged, very closely, very short axis. At the same time, the zipper rings are provided to the cabbage. The main axis is long, elongated. Main axis is elongated. Automatically, the nodes are spread. Nodes madhyalo manaki internodes are elongated, and each node develops the leaves. Automatically the cabbage size is also increase. Cabbage size is also increase. Ikkada em avutundi manaki, this is called as bolting process. Bolting process and flowering also. In early flowering is also present in plants. Flowers manaki tondaraga raavadaniki early flowering. This is called as bolting and also flowering. Third one is substituting cold treatment. Third one is breaking of dormancy. Breaking of dormancy. Breaking of dormancy. In some type of seeds are dormancy seeds. For example, 1 to 2 years in dormants, and after the dormant period, the seeds are germinate and forms the new plants. And the breaking of dormancy. In some type of seeds, the dormancy, the gibberellins are provides to the seeds. The seeds, the gibberellins release the enzymes, and automatically the seeds are germinate. The dormancy of seeds and birds is broken by treating with gibberellins. For example, apple and peach. Plants. These are very easy. For example, in some type of plants, the seeds are in dormancy period. For example, in some type of seeds are immediately germinate, and in some type of seeds are rest in some period. That is called as dormancy period. After the dormancy period, they are germinate. At the same time, in dormancy time, provide the gibberellins to the seeds. Automatically, the seeds are germinate and develops the plant. And in this process, treated with seeds are treated by gibberellic acids or gibberellins. Gibberellins toni manamu seeds ni kనుక treat చేసాం అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, immediately germinate. Seeds are immediately germinate. For example, apple and peach. Next fourth one is parthenocarpy. Next one is parthenocarpy. At the same time, in parthenocarpy, auxins and gibberellins both are participate in parthenocarpy. Auxins and gibberellins. Both are participate in parthenocarpy. In parthenocarpy means the seedless fruits are developed. The seedless fruits are developed by the auxins, and the gibberellins are participate in seedless fruits. For example, apple, tomato, peach, apple, tomato, peach. These are the examples of parthenocarpy. At the same time, in parthenocarpy, the fruits are very commercial fruits. Fruits are very commercial fruits, seedless fruits. For example, grapes, apples, tomato, peach. These are the examples. Auxins and gibberellins both are participate in development of the parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy. And next one is the increase in size of leaves, flowers and fruits. Increase the size of leaves and fruits. Increase the size of leaves and fruits. Increase the size of leaves and fruits. In, for example, chameleon. For example, chameleon plants and geranium. Chameleon and geranium plants, they increase the size of leaves and fruits. They provide the gibberellins to the plants. The plants' leaves size is also increased and the fruit size is also increased. Increase the fruit size. And examples of the chameleon, geranium, apple, grapes. Apple, grapes. These are the examples of they increase the size of leaves and fruits. Increase the size of leaves and fruits. And next one is seed germination. Seed germination. Seed germination. In seed germination, this is also related to seed dormancy. Seed dormancy. Seed germination. In seeds ki manamu provide chesam anukondi gibberellins, automatically the seeds are germinate. Provide the gibberellins to the seeds and normally the seeds are broken and they germinate and give the new plant. For example, barley, wheat, oats, barley. These are the examples of the seed germination. In the seeds, the gibberellins are provided to the seeds are broken and forms the new plants, germinate and forms the new plants. This is one type of method, seed germination. And elongation of the stem. This is also related to the effect of dwarf plant or mutants. Elongation of the stem. The internodes are elongated. Internodes are elongated. Elongation of the stem. Elongation of stem. In rosette plants, they provides in rosette plants, the gibberellins are provides to the rosette plants. The stem is automatically elongates. The internodes are elongated. Internodes are elongated. This is the one type of process. And the gibberellins are participate in the plant growth and development. Gibberellins are participate in the plant growth and development. We first identify in Japan. In Japan, the first original disease, buccanut disease in rice plants. The buccanut disease in rice plants growth is very high. Very high and the flowering is also very delay. Flowering is delay. And this type of disease first identified the Kurosawa scientist. This disease is fungal disease. The Zimberella fusicorae fungus causes the buccanut disease in rice plants. And next again the Yebuta and Hayashi isolate the gibberellic acid from the Zimberella fusicorae fungus. The gibberellic acids are present in fungus and also they are also present in higher plants The gibberellins or gibberellic acids are one type of phytohormones. They are participate in the plant growth and development. And the next one is the physiological effects of the gibberellic acids. Physiological effects of the gibberellic acids. In gibberellic acids, first one is the effect of dwarf plants or the dwarf mutants. In dwarf mutants or dwarf plants, the gibberellins are provides to the dwarf plants. Automatically, the dwarf plants are elongated or rapidly growth is occurring the dwarf plants. And second one is bolting. The bolting means rosette plants. Very short plants are called as rosette plants. Best example is the cabbage. The main axis is very short. The nodes and internodes are arranged very closely. At the same time, the gibberellins are provides to the plants. The internodes are elongate. And the rosette shaped rosette plants are become to the bolting process, and the plants are very long. Elongated plants are elongated. And next one is the breaking of dormancy. In some type of the seeds are rest in some period, that is called as dormancy. In dormancy seeds, the gibberellins are provides to the dormancy seeds. After that, the seeds are immediately germinate and forms a new plant. For example, apple and peach. And next one is parthenocarpy. Auxins and gibberellins both are participate in parthenocarpy. In parthenocarpy process, the seedless varieties of fruits are formed in parthenocarpy. For example, apples, tomato, peach, grapes. These are the examples of the parthenocarpy. Commercially, these fruits are commercial fruits. Seedless fruits and commercial fruits are developed from the parthenocarpy. Auxins and gibberellins both are participate in parthenocarpy. And next one is increase the size of leaves and fruits. And in rosette plants and normal plants, leaves are very short and the fruits are very small. In that type of flowers, the gibberellins are provides to the plants. The leaf size is increase and also the fruit size is also increase. For example, peach plants, for example, apples, examples of they increase the size of leaves and fruits. And next one is seed germination. Seed germination is also related to seed dormancy. In seed germination, the gibberellins are provides to the seeds. The seeds are immediately germinate. And forms the new plant. And stem, elongation of stems. Normally, some plants are very small, short plants or rosette plants. The nodes and internodes are very short, and at the plants, the gibberellins are provides to the plants. The nodes and internodes are mostly the internodes are elongate, and they forms the normal plants. These are the physiological effects of the gibberellins. And the gibberellins are also used in the commercial use of the flowers. For example, in tissue culture, for example, the parthenocarpy of flowers, seed dormancy, and the seed, for example, seed germination. These are also commercially is also used in gibberellins. Or for example, in labs, for example in tissue cultures, for example in fruits development and seed germination process, different types of process, the gibberellins are also used in the plants. This is a one type of hormone. In next class we will see the cytokinins. Next phytohormones are cytokinins in next class. Thank you.